So we're on the way to an abandoned outdoor building that the history goes it was a workhouse for men that obviously couldn't pay the way back in the day. But after speaking to many of the locals, there's other stories that women that fell pregnant out of wedlock, this is where that they were sent when shame fell upon their family. So we've come up today to do an investigation to see if there's anything here that want to communicate with us, see if we can find anything paranormal. Is there any spirits, ghosts, or whatever you want to refer to yourselves as in these ruins that would like to come forward and communicate with us? Let us know you're here. Obviously there's going to be lots of contamination. It is quite a damaged building or buildings. Obviously there's lots of outdoor noise from wildlife. But let's see if we can get anything. Is there any men that was brought here, as the stories go, that it was a workhouse for men that couldn't pay their way? Is there any men still roaming these ruins that want to come forward and communicate with me? So what I've done is I've put a K2 meter out, which obviously it's not proof of paranormal. They are for experimental purposes, but obviously we just use them to see if we can get any activity through there. So I've put a K2 meter out. So let's see if we can get anybody to go near it. I have put a cat ball out there, but I am aware that obviously cat balls work on vibration. So if that goes off, we'll see. So is there any spirits within this building? If you want to communicate, there's a green light leaning up against the wall. If you go near it, it'll just change colour. It won't hurt you, it won't harm you in any way. It'll just let me know that you're here. And then we can use it as a communication device. So go near, if there's any spirits here, go near that light and make it flash to yellow or red. I don't mean no harm, I don't mean no disrespect. I'm not here to damage this building any further than it's damaged. I'm just here to try and document the paranormal world. If you don't want to come near this light, Could you throw something or knock on one of the walls? A distinctive sound that I will know that it's you. Do you think you could knock like this? Okay, so we've moved a little bit further into the building as we wasn't really getting much on the outer side. We'll see if we can get anything in here. Obviously I've moved the K2 meter and I'm going to get out the gauge tube just to see if I can get anything. Again, gauge tube isn't proof of the paranormal. It obviously just gives you something to work with when you feel like you're standing here talking to yourself. Okay, so spirits of this abandoned building, ruins, whatever it is that you want to call it. I've put out a couple of devices to try and help you communicate with me. The K2 meter, like I've already said to you, if you go near me, the lights will just change colour. And then I've put a ghost tube out, and the ghost tube is that you can talk to me through that ghost tube. So I'll introduce myself, and maybe you can use the ghost tube back to tell me your name. So I'm Kelly. What's yours? Come forward to me, come and talk to me. I don't mean you any harm, just want to communicate. Let me know if you're here.
Be careful.
Be careful. So what do I need to be careful of? Are you inside that little room? Come show yourself to me. Come and stand in that doorway. The locals have told me that they've seen little girls running around and playing here. Is there any...
Come closer.
Come closer. Oh, you come closer to me. I don't know where you are. You can see me, I believe. I can't see you. I don't know where you are. Show yourself to me. Did you just make the K2 meter flash?
7.
You're 7? Is that how old you are? If you are 7 and it's a little girl I'm talking to, would you like to play with my green light? If you go near it, you'll make it flash. If I knock, do you think you could knock back to me? think you could do that? What's your name? Tell me your name. I've told you my name. You can use my devices to get some energy. Use the batteries on my devices. You can use my energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a big bang. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Was that you that made that bang? Just so you know, guys, we are this building is out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a field. There isn't anything around that can make any sort of banging noises. Was it you that made that bang? You're standing in this vicinity, aren't you? You're standing very close to me. Can you make these lights change colour for me? And that will let me know that you're with me. You're standing near me. You've already told me that you're 7. Do you want to tell me your name? What about if I knock again and you can knock back to me? Can you knock back to me like that? Are you in this room? Are you in here? Go to my green light. Make those lights flash for me.
How do you feel?
I feel a little bit cold. How do you feel? Tell me how you feel. I'm going to have to go soon. Would you like to say anything to me before I do have to leave?
Who is she?
That's Ashley. Ashley, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ashley.
And she doesn't mean you any harm either. We're not here to cause you any harm or frighten you or cause you any disrespect. We're just here to try and communicate, to document the paranormal world. Do you want to play with my light? I've put a little ball out in between these two other devices, and if you touch it or go near it, it'll flash lots of different colours. So if you want to touch that one instead of the green light, touch that one for me.
Failure.
Is that how you feel? You feel like a failure? So is this a man that I'm communicating with now? A man that was forced to come here that couldn't pay his way? Obviously it's quite a damaged building, so there isn't very many places that we can go walking around, and nature has kind of took over, to be honest. So a lot of, you know, the bushes and the trees and stuff are growing in through the windows, so there isn't very many places that we can obviously go wandering around. The roof's collapsing in, and
Jared.
Jared, is that your name? Well, hi Jared, I'm Kelly, and I would love for you to communicate with me. Is it something that you would like to do? If you'd like to communicate with me, you could make my lights flash. Make that green light change a different colour for me. Or make that ball that I've put in the middle light up and flash. Okay, so we're just going to move into another room, just taking the equipment with us and see if we can get something in here. So I've moved into a little little room on the edge of the building. Still
In another place.
I am in another place, yes. It's quite tiny. It's obviously same as the rest of the building. It's been trashed and taken over by nature. See if we call out a bit in here and see if there's anything in here. Would anybody, spirits, like to come forward and speak with me? Would you like to make my green light flash up to yellow or red? That will just indicate to me that you're here with me in this room. Well guys, we haven't got very much activity here really, but obviously that's how the paranormal world goes. But come back another day maybe and see if there's any different communicating then.